Today we're in Lexington, Kentucky at the beautiful home of Austin and Tarita Zulauf. Austin has been the #1 income earner in 3 separate MLM companies, building 6- and 7-figure positions in each of them. Not only is Austin an amazing leader, husband, and father, he's also an all-around awesome dude. So enough hearing about him, let's go inside and meet Austin. For decades, men and women have been on a quest to find the perfect opportunity that would allow them to achieve the American dream. We've connected with some of them that are making it happen to bring you a behind-the-scenes look at their homes, their toys, and to share their stories. I'm Ty Jackson, and this is Sweet Pads of MLM Millionaires.
Hey, what's up, man? How's it going?
Chilling, man, chilling. Look at this crib.
Thank you,
I love it, I love it. Oh, man.
Appreciate you. God is good, man.
So we're here, we're getting ready to take a tour of your beautiful home. But first, it's called Sweet Pads of MLM Millionaires.
Right.
Sweet Pads being nice home, but what else goes with a sweet pad?
Ooh, some sweets.
Cookies. There we go, right? So we're gonna bake some cookies here.
Yeah, you look like you've got it under control.
You know I didn't wash my hands, right?
That's all right.
Okay, all right,
I didn't
cool.
wash my mouth. I'm ready.
So we'll get them in here. They're in there, and then we got 15 minutes to run around, talk a little bit around the house.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Cool. What made you choose the industry of MLM?
I remember one day I was over at my mom's house and I was on Facebook and I found a guy that looked like he was doing significantly better than I was. And I realized that if I kept doing what I had been doing, I would keep getting what I had been getting. And I wasn't happy with that. So I knew I was looking, I just didn't know what I was looking for. And when I reached out to him, he did everything just the right way. He appeared to be busy. If I were to send you a little information, when would you get a chance to check it out? And so next thing I know, we're meeting and he's drawing a circle here, a circle there, saying we get customers, we get business partners, and that's how I got introduced. I didn't know what it was, but whenever I saw it, I had hope for the first time in a long time.
So basically, he came in, he said everything you needed to hear. He pretty much showed you everything you needed to see, and you were hook, line, and sinker going. So now fast forward, and you've built this amazing life for yourself. The home is beautiful, your cars are beautiful. Looking through the window of life, back then, did you see that something like this was possible?
If I had spoke to myself from 8.5, 9 years ago, who was sleeping couch to couch and eating at the canned food drive and all that stuff, if I spoke to that guy and told him that you'd be living in, this life, I wouldn't have believed me, right? So success is a moving target. Was success to me then, like at one point in time, I was thinking, man, it'd be great to make $1,000 a week. Now, if $1,000 a week, I'd lose everything, So I mean, it's something that evolves, and the reason why I started in network marketing is not the same reason why I remain in network marketing. So success is a moving target.
Someone that's watching this right now, they're fed up. They're not happy with their income. They're not happy with their life. They know there's a better way. They may or may not know about this industry of MLM. Let's just say they do know about it. But there's a negative stigma that they have attached to it. What would you say to that person?
First of all, I understand. That negative stigma usually comes from either someone they know had a bad experience. My grandfather, he tried this company, 30 years ago. Yeah, you never know. Or they had a bad experience, with somebody who wasn't a professional in this profession. They were a guest, or they were just getting started, whatever the case may be. If you keep doing what you've been doing, you're gonna keep getting what you've been getting, and if what you've been getting at the end of your life, and you look back, if that's good, if you're proud of that legacy, if that's gonna get you everything that you wanted out of life, keep doing it. But if you want something different, you gotta do something different. And this is different. And take a chance. If you're going to go start a traditional business, you're looking at $100,000 startup and all this different stuff, take a few $100, get in, and commit to doing it for a year. I always tell folks, you give me a year, I'll give you a career. You know, so if you commit for a year, stick with it, stay in the activity, stick and stay, right? If you do that, worst case scenario is you got some good product from a company you liked anyway. You got around a network of people that are positive, upbeat, supportive, that are gonna uplift you. And the magic of this is also the network, the people you meet. You know, I mean, that's magical. So I'd tell that person that's thinking about it, you know, hey, you know, go ahead and give it a shot. And the last thing I'd say is, it's not like I'm gifted. It's not like these people we see making $50,000, $100,000, $500,000 a month or more. It's not like they're super gifted and you're cursed. It's not like you've got some ancient Egyptian curse on you where you get at network marketing and you're just gonna not do well, and you know, people are gonna punch you in the nose when you tell them about this thing. You know, it's not like, you know, I'm gifted and you're cursed. I'm a regular guy. I'm a 9th grade high school dropout, factory work, and father of 2 from Kentucky. You know, I didn't know if I could make it or not, but I tried, and here I am. And you could be too.
I always say that same thing you say, give me a year, I give you a career. I always tell people, you know, it's a commitment for 3 years. If you get into it for 3 years, your first year, most people don't make much money. You're still trying to figure it out, you're fumbling. By the second year, you realize, okay, there's something to this. Now I just need to figure it out. And by year 3, and sometimes it's a lot quicker, by year 3, you're making a good income. If the average person is making, you know, $30,000 to $45,000 a year, like an MLM, that's not a lot of money at all. There's people that can't even spell MLM that are making $30,000 a month.
Oh yeah, some a week. I know.
Some, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's
no doubt.
I always tell people this. Although I'm not in the industry personally, I have been in the past, and I've built this 6-figure position, and it was great. I just chose to focus on what I love to do, which is my video work. But I always tell people that of all the millionaires that I know, 95% of them are in the multi-level marketing industry. 95% of them are great people. You know, they're not this facade of what we think they would look like. They're average, everyday people. And I've never in my life, to this day, I don't know of another industry, another system that you can take the average person, give them a system to follow with a product or service, and if they follow it and have that stickability that you were talking about, that they can create an average to above average income. I don't know another industry. I just don't. We're sitting here, we're enjoying this beautiful view. The weather today is just simply perfect. It's perfect. Do you ever get out there with the golfers? And
I don't know how to golf. I live on a golf course, but I have yet to learn. I can play a mean round of putt-putt though.
I tried golfing one time with one of my boys. One time. I saw what I looked like on video and said, I will never touch a golf club again. Let's talk about habits. I mean, especially in business, in life period, but in business as well. Habits can make or break you. Habits do make or break you. Tell me how detrimental habits have been to your success.
Whenever I first got involved, I had a lot of bad habits, you know, and I found that I was wasting a lot of my day. You know, I'd be on social media, I'd scroll, and that was a waste of time. I found that a lot of times I was doing nothing, you know, literally nothing, just sitting, watching TV, just wasting time. And so what I found is you can't get rid of a bad habit, you have to replace it with a good habit.
Why do you think it's so hard for people to let go of their bad habits, and what type of advice would you give to them?
Well, it's because they're used to them. So the thing is, we've all probably known somebody that they were with a spouse or a boyfriend or girlfriend that might not have been the best for them, right? But it's, I had a word for this. It was familiar discomfort. So even though it's uncomfortable or it's not growth facilitating, it's familiar. Growth is uncomfortable, you know what I'm saying? But in your comfort zone is great. It's great to sit in the bed and all that sort of thing, but you can't change the world from there, you know? So I mean, people are familiar with those things that are uncomfortable, man.
It's crazy how we can talk ourselves into becoming comfortable in an uncomfortable situation.
I haven't tried this, but I've heard if you take a frog and you throw him in a frying pan that's heat up, he'll just jump out. But if you put him in the frying pan and you gradually turn the heat up, you know, he'll stay in there and he'll literally just fry himself to death. And you know, a lot of people they're uncomfortable with, you know, their job, their spouse, their this, that, and the other, but not quite enough to make a difference. And I've told folks, whenever the pain of your life becomes greater than the fear of something different, network marketing will be there for you.
What I learned as I went deeper and stuck around the industry more often is that the industry, any company, it doesn't matter, is more like it's like a big personal development session.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And I've seen so many people's lives change. Forget financially, just other areas of their life change. And I know you being the leader that you are, you've seen it. So tell me about some of those instances where you've seen people's lives completely change, personal development wise, and come out of it.
I could literally give you thousands of examples. I could give you some pretty dramatic examples from me personally and just the people that have been around me. You know, I mean, there was a young lady out of Indianapolis. In fact, I remember she had 7 kids. She was in her early to mid 20s. We spoke about a business at one point in time, and it was $3.99 to start up. I remember 7 kids, no help, and no money. You know, she was really just surviving. And when we spoke about the business, she was in tears because she saw the hope. She had that same hope that I felt. Hope is the magic ingredient in motivating yourself and others. And it's incredible. This just proves that the money objection that you hear sometimes, I don't have the money, that's not the real objection, because if you see the value in something, you get the money, you make the time. To sign up, moved her 7 kids in with her brother for 2 weeks, signed her sister up, and they went hard. Her first paycheck was $2,100. The last time I spoke with her, she was either in New York or Los Angeles, headed to whichever one she wasn't at. And she had just got back from Africa. She had her own clothing line. She had a full staff, models that worked for her. And whenever I spoke to her, she was in a really bad place, didn't really believe in herself, but through mentorship, coaching, through the right guidance, she's literally created her dream life. And whenever we met, she was in hell. So many people have options, and their options are what's holding them back from greatness. They're in a place where they have options, you know, but just enough options to keep them where they're at. And they're not uncomfortable enough with their options, and their options are just good enough to keep them right where they're at. Some people until the day that they die.
All right, dude, we did it. Did a tour, we talked a little bit. We got some clarity on the industry. Hit some really emotional points.
I had fun, man.
Yeah, man, it was dope. It was dope.
Yeah.
It was dope. It was definitely dope. Or was it sweet?
It was sweet.
It was sweet. It was sweet.
Yeah,
just like these cookies that we can't eat because they're a little too hot right now.
Yeah.
A little too hot.
We could time lapse.
Yeah, we can edit. All right, now we're back. The cookies are done. Let's go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right.
All right, you ready? You ready? Ready? All right, let's go. I'm good. Actually, after not eating all day, cookies are really good. Yeah. That's right. That's how we do on Sweet Bass.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Dude, we've been here all day. You are an amazing host.
You're awesome.
All right, well, I appreciate that, yeah. So, besides the awesome beard, what is it that makes Austin Zulauf special? Like, what's your superpower?
That's it, just the beard.
Just the beard.
Nah, man, all modesty aside, because this is a question where I have to kind of dig deeper or you know, tell the good side of myself, I guess here. I've completely emotionally detached myself from whether or not I have success or I don't. I've gotten to a place in my life where It's sincerely about doing right, by people, even if that, is sometimes meaning me not coming out ahead, and I think that if you do the right thing simply because it's the right thing to do, even if no one will ever know that you're doing it, that you'll be taken care of, because I've come to a universal truth, Ty, is anything you do to or for someone else, you do to or for yourself. And so I always look at everybody as an extension of myself. I really just sincerely, I'm trying to do my best job as a human on this planet.
Last thing I want to ask you, and we always want to end with something, a quote. Whether it's a quote that you've written yourself or one that you've come across that has really helped to inspire you in some sort of way. Give it to us.
So I do have an Austin Zulauf original. Let's do it. It's, there's pain in the process, but there's pleasure in the payoff. And, there's pain in the process, but there's pleasure in the payoff. Muhammad Ali had a quote talking about how he hated every minute of training or something like that, but it was worth it when he was in the ring. As we continue to live, we're always getting to know ourselves. Whenever I was not doing well financially, and things were looking just one step away from hopeless and all that, there was a lot of work, a lot of sacrifice, to get from that to this. I mean, a lot. So much so that yes, it's worth it now. But if I talked about all the work and sacrifice, that would scare most people to death. You know what I'm saying? But it's so worth it. I had to realize that no one's gonna come save me. I used to, whenever I think I was in a poverty mindset, a scarcity mindset, and things weren't going well, I used to actually think that someone else cared enough about me that they would give me a shot. They would maybe somehow I was going to win $10,000 and that was gonna change my life. And, I had to just realize no one's coming to help me. My parents are awesome, great parents. I've got some really cool friends. They're not coming to help me. And I had to realize that, and I had to realize if it's to be, it's up to me. I had to make the decision that I didn't get in this situation overnight. I'm not gonna get out of it overnight. And I just had to make the decision to fight for the life that I wanted and create my dream life. And it took a lot of hard work, a lot of prayer, a lot of asking for guidance, a lot of mistakes, and I failed my way to success. Awesome. But it all started with the decision. Decide means to kill doubt. That's what it literally means.
Well, dude, I'm glad you decided to kill doubt. Me too. And I'm here chilling with you. And man, I appreciate your friendship, brother.
My pleasure, pleasure, Ty. I appreciate you very much.
Sir. Cool.
We're the Zulaufs, and this was our home on Sweet Paths of MLM Millionaires.